I miss my husband as soon as he leave out for work. Who else do this? Do you miss me when I leave out for work?
Yeah, I miss you. You do the same thing. Like, we act like we're about to go off to war or something every time we leave the house.
I went to the base today. How'd you? Okay, let's break down how you felt when I left this morning.
Well, this morning was fine.
Get some bacon.
Bring
home the bacon.
I'm getting more accustomed to it because you work from home. He works from home, so I'm used to him not going anywhere. I just said it already.
I gotta go on base sometimes.
I can say it the way I want to say it. Okay, that's how I felt.
You should tell. Well, I mean, it's fine. Well, some people know.
Well, when he has to go on base to go to work once a month or whatever,
it's turning to like once a week now.
It's like a surprise, and it's like, I thought you worked from home. All of a sudden, you gotta go somewhere, and then it's like, where are you going? Like, what are you doing? It just doesn't seem like real. But fake. I'm getting used to it, so that's all. Just like how you feel about me, like, you know, if I'm like going to the grocery store, or if I'm like, I want to like go shopping. Or
you
something
be having
like
random work meetings too.
I don't have random work meetings. They are planned.
It's random to me.
No,
someone's gonna hear that. Oh, see, there it is. Random work meetings.
Because that he's making it sound bad. I don't have random work meetings. But I don't make up stuff.
I'm not saying is you making it up. I'm saying for me,
you say
as
random
an outsider, being told, you'd be like, oh, by the way, tomorrow at 1:30, whatever.
I never do that. I never like, oh, by the way. I never say something.
It'd be the day before, and sometimes the day of.
Okay, speaking of seeing things, memes and stuff online, and you always see about like how you would tell your partner, preferably a male partner, you would tell them something 2 weeks before or a week before or a couple days before, and then no matter how many times you tell them, they act like you never said anything at all. And you're like, you never told me. Like,
did I acknowledge?
I have been telling you this for 2 weeks. And so, like, that's what we're dealing with here. Because when I find out, my job's never going to just be like, oh, you got a meeting tomorrow. They're not going to do that. It's planned. It's on my calendar.
So what you're saying is you failed to communicate to me.
No. Like I said before, I would tell you when I find out, or at least a week before, I have a meeting on this day. And then I think you forget. And then I tell you the day before or the day of, like, hey. I don't know if forget is
the right word or characteristic. I think you got to make sure I acknowledge it. There should have to be an acknowledgement. Like,
you have to say something back?
An acknowledgement. Like, remember what happened with Giovanni? When I told him something, and then like 30 minutes later, I asked him again, and he wasn't.
You remember the good parts. Remember the part that he want to remember.
Right.
Well, okay. Well, then maybe you should work on responding after I tell you something instead of just like going off into la la land.
What do you mean?
Like if
it's
I say,
about responding. It's about
if I say
make
like,
sure I get the message.
What I'm saying is like I'm saying like, hey, I have a meeting next Wednesday. You should then be like, okay, cool, noted. You have a meeting next Wednesday. Like you should confirm it with me too when I speak.
But I feel like you say it like in passing or like you throw it in the middle of a conversation and it's like a small piece and like you said it. But then we went on to the next thing,
so
it wasn't time for me to process.
So it's my fault.
And like,
bro, you either listen to me or you're not. Because sometimes I just be talking.
If it's something I need to know,
daydreaming.
Oh, I got a meeting next Wednesday. Make sure, like, by the way, I have a meeting next Wednesday. Did you get that part? Do you understand? So I in my brain, it's like, oh, okay, I got it. Because you won't say nothing else for that week, and then here comes Wednesday. Or you'll remind me the day before or a few hours before. And you're like, oh, I'm going to that meeting. And I'm like, what work meeting? It's random. And then I characterize it as random because that's how it feels to me.
I mean, okay, whatever. I have a meeting. That's what it is. What it is. I did my part to communicate with you.
But anyway, how do we get talking about that? Because we miss each other. And your random work meetings. Yeah.
Oh, my ear itches.
Random ass work meetings. But my stuff.
Is that random?
No, it's not. It's not random.
It's definitely not planned like a week ahead of time.
No, it's per the job requirement. Like if if there's work to be done, then I got to go on base to do it.
Yeah. So yeah, when we, when you're like together all the time for the most part, and one person has to do something that's outside of the routine, we miss each other. Or at least more concerned of like, okay, where are you going? And it comes from, the foundation of because we're used to being around each other. Yeah. So yes to the lady that said when they go to work, am I the only person who misses their partner? If you love your partner, if you like being around them, or you're just used to being around them, when they leave, you are gonna feel some type of what's called separation anxiety.
Pull at your heartstrings.
Separation anxiety, just a slight bit.
And I think that's good. And I think that's healthy. That means you love your person. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's people that could be like, yo, I can't wait for my wife or husband to leave, and just need space and just love when they leave.
That can be a mix of both sometimes.
But that might not be necessarily good. Like if you always never want to be with your person.
Yeah, always. But I'm saying like sometimes you'd be like, oh, thank God, now I can just like be in my own space.
Oh, okay. This might be a good one. I'm on marriage advice and relationship help. All right. Wait, I lost it. Okay, I have been with my boyfriend for 10 years.
God dang.
That's not a long time.
No, I mean to be a boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Bet. We see each other a few times a week. I do not get excited anymore to see him. I do not miss him when he's gone. I do not want to hurt him. We have a house together. Boyfriend 10 years, have a house. Not married.
Okay.
I have lost that loving feeling. He is just like my best friend. He's good to me, very good. I'm just not attracted to him. How do I move on? I want to find my happy again. All right, we get more information. I am 55 years old and want to travel. He does not have any money to travel. I feel like I am missing out on life staying with this good man. How do I throw away a good man? Is she asking, how do I throw away a good man? I think she's saying, should I throw away a good man, or do I accept him without being in love? All right, so these are the parameters. She's 55. 10 years, 10 years, just boyfriend and girlfriend. They have a house together. And she ain't feeling. Someone said 55 years old woman, just sit down.
What?
Someone said 55 years old woman, just sit down.
No, come on, bro. No, I think you have to go. I believe that you just have to go after what you want in life. You're not settling, but maybe you can have a conversation. I'm sure she's had conversations with dude. What, there's more?
Well, it's clicking. How do you have a house together, but you see each other a few times a week?
Work? You think that there's like a busy schedule, or he goes out of town a lot, or no?
I don't know.
If you don't have any money,
how do you live? How do you
have a house together and only see each other a couple of times? Yeah, that we need some more. We need some more information. But to me, like just keeping it plain and simple with what she's talking about. She's feeling like he's not adequate
to help
her live her dreams. You can always get money to travel.
Like we got to be on the Kevin Samuels stuff. Like we need all the information. This is a random post.
Like how tall are you? How much do you weigh? Do you
dress size, height, weight. Because I think people gonna hate me for this. I think a lot of information can be derived from the sexual marketplace value, right? So like someone said, you're 55, sit down. Mm-hmm. If she's 55 and looks it, and does not have classical attractiveness,
okay,
then you would probably have different advice for her. Like, you ain't got many options. Make something shake. Figure it out. Work.
I don't think that she's looking for a partner. I think she's looking for excitement. She's looking to travel. But then she's looking at him. But I don't know why she's looking at him like
it's his fault.
You're brokey.
10 years, you got a house. 10 years, and
having a house doesn't mean anything.
Well, I'm saying, you're not married.
You're not married. So she feels like, I don't need to stay with you. So is she saying like, I want a man who has money so that I can travel? It sounds like
she mentioned
sounds like that.
He does not have money to travel.
But does she have money to travel?
Apparently not. I would just go out on a limb and say no.
Apparently, maybe she also said that she's not attracted to him anymore, or the love isn't there like it used to be.
She lost the loving feeling. But she acknowledges that he's a good man. Says, how do I throw away a good man? Or do I accept him without being in love?
She's looking for a little spice. She's trying to spice up her life.
Someone said throwaway culture at its finest.
No. I mean, I'm into solutions. Okay. Yeah, we do need more context. Like, how did you get this way? What's going on? Why you only see him a couple of times and you guys have a house together?
What's your height?
Are you interested in somebody else?
What's your weight? What's your dress size?
I mean, that is not. She doesn't sound like she's looking for another partner per se. She wants to travel, and if he's a good guy, like, you guys can work on that. Like, okay, where do you want to go? Let's start with a destination, and then you like, all right, everyone spends money on BS. So like, you take that out of the equation and be like, all right, since we don't have like the extra funds, and we aren't financially free at this moment, take that money and build and plan for a trip. And then sometimes things like that can rekindle rekindle feelings. And maybe it's the reason why you aren't connected with this guy is because you haven't been spending the quality time together. And then
you see each other a few times a week and you have a house together.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what that's about.
We can deduce maybe they have a house together where they see each other in the house and they live separate. But that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, because how do you not have money to travel if you got money to do
2 houses, 3 houses, whatever? I don't know. There might be some missing context that we can't really deduce.
But we can make up. We can fill in the blank, and then talk about that. Like if that was us, you know.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Okay.
And we talked about this. This is perfect. I love this because this was number 4 in our list of things not to do in an argument.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what number 4 was?
Oh, I had to go on TikTok to watch it because it got cut off on Instagram.
1, no name calling. 2, no physical. 3 was don't go off on tangents or stick to the topic. And 4 is triggers.
Oh, yeah.
So triggers. So this is a trigger. So this person says, I need advice. I have a scar on my lip from my high school bully, and it's one of my traumas. What? Why are you laughing?
Good.
I had a fight with my husband the other day, and he mentioned to me that I deserved that scar on my lip.
Oh, that's messed up.
That's
you
triggered.
Don't do that.
We talked about this. Number 4, that's triggered.
You don't do that.
That triggered something inside of me because it took me a long time to recover from that day mentally and physically.
He knew that.
For him to bring that back up again made me feel uneasy, like I was reliving those moments where my high school bully hit me. I don't know if I can forgive my husband for throwing something like that in my face just because he was angry. That's triggers. That was a perfect trigger. He had to trigger.
People are brought into our lives to trigger us.
He had his finger on it and he pulled that bitch. He pulled the trigger.
She needs to go to therapy. To get that, because honestly, like, no one should have that much power over you but I mean, it happens.
That says more about him than her.
He's wrong too, because it means that you're gonna constantly.
That's abusive behavior.
It is abusive. It is definitely abusive. I mean, because you just have to love someone enough to respect their boundaries. And if he does it once, he's going to do it again. And it's just a character flaw on his part.
And I think even being angry is not an excuse.
Yeah, no.
Right? Because,
I mean, unless she dished it out too. I mean, I'm not saying like, eye for an eye, but.
Right. Well, who you are when you're angry and what you do to people you love, it says more about you than anything. So like, because some people will be like, oh, I hit you, or, in domestic violence, and they hit you because I was angry. And, like, people are supposed to excuse that and be like, oh, well, yeah, he was mad, so that's why. That's not the case.
No.
And then she has a scar on her lip. He said, you deserve that scar.
Why is that funny?
Because you're immature. She has a scar on her lip.
From a bully.
from a high school bully, and they got in an argument, and boom, trigger. Don't do it. That's
why you got that scar on your lip.
Yeah, or he said you deserve it. That's horrible to say to somebody, and especially like I don't know. I probably know some of your triggers.
That's very yeah, probably.
And you probably know mines.
I do.
But even when we fight, it's not healthy to just be like, all right, well, what's the worst thing I could say at this moment in time? Because I'm angry and I want to hurt this person. Oh, that's right, your busted lip with your scar. Let me bring that up.
So that you can win. Yeah, I don't care that much about an argument to hurt someone. Like, I don't care that much about winning to like empty the clip. That's what I was thinking. But it might be the fan.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not in me to do that. I don't even think my brain even goes there to try to hurt someone like that. It's just wrong. You shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do it.
And it's especially worse if you know. Like a lot of times you may say something and not know, but then you learn and then you can take it from there.
Yeah, I've definitely done it before. Apologize. Like when I was young and I didn't know any better. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm hurt, so I'm going to say this to you. And I definitely felt the repercussions of that.
You want to do specifics or no?
No.
Okay.
No, because these people are still around. And yeah, see, and then that would be triggering if I were to confess that too. So certain things should be left unsaid.
Oh, shout out Figure Shit Out. We got the new merch coming through. Figuring Shit Out podcast. Check them out.
Yep.
Check me out. That's me and my boy. King Alta.
Unify and Thrive.
Unify and Thrive. My husband allows his 14-year-old daughter to get in my face, scream, call me awful, disgusting names, and he does nothing. I've begged, pleaded with him to create rules and discipline with her, but he's proven over and over he won't. He actually takes her side and tries to twist it that my younger child doesn't always do her chores. I guess they got 2 kids. His daughter isn't ever made to do anything, no chores, nothing. My daughter, who is younger, has witnessed this. I've been looking for my own place because I just can't allow this anymore. I finally found a place.
That's sad.
Okay, so she's leaving him, so she's just venting right there. But children in discipline, that you can't have the child disrespecting the adult.
And then the adult should not let the child disrespect them either. I mean, even though like it takes 2, and then a lot of times it is the biological parent that,
it's soft.
Or no, I'm saying that holds more precedence over, what's allowed as well. So I mean, that's just not really a good person.
Right. And I mean, I can't imagine Giovanni getting in your face and I'm just like, chill about it. Like what?
I wonder what, like, is she like innocent, or is she like fighting her back too? Some like adults.
Or maybe the daughter has legit gripes with her.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's their relationship?
The dad's taking her side because she's saying the things he's not saying.
She's a child.
I don't know. That's the thing about online stuff.
She's a child too.
You get one side. You feel like you want to dive in and talk to all parties. Get everybody's story.
I'm like, all right. Remember this post that you made? I would like some more detail on that, please.
Right.
So I can talk about it on our podcast. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for me because you do have to have both sides of the scenario. Because I know a lot of people that talk about their problems. It's based off of their perspective and their point of view. And a lot of times you're wrong. You're the one that's wrong, but then you're saying it so that you can get people on your side. So, like, I can feel when that's happening. I can feel when someone's explaining something to me, and I'm like,
you're the problem.
But you can't say that. Like, you can try to, but, like, I automatically tell where the direction the conversation is heading. It's like, oh, you just want some fans. You don't really want to help.
When I'm in a situation, I try to be neutral, but I also try to tell them about themselves, but in a respectful, maybe a way that they might process it,
maybe,
and hear what I'm saying as opposed to feeling attacked. Because I feel like half the time, like, you can't just enable them to think that they're right, especially if they're egregiously wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Egregiously.
So egregiously.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in situations, I'm not going to name people or whatever, but like, I mean, it's kind of hard to talk about it without outing them, but
yeah, don't talk about it. But I know, but can't you tell, like, once you start giving your advice, you can tell whether they're being perceptive to it or not?
The telltale sign is they always got an excuse, and they got an answer for everything.
Yeah. If you like, then you just shut up, like, all right,
if
cool.
If you try to say something, or not necessarily take sides, but like try to help them see from a broader range, a broader perspective, and they resort back to, well, this person did this to me, or what about this, or like, and it's always external, and they're never responding with something about themselves. Then that's when you know there's an issue, because they can't see, they can't reflect inward.
Right.
It's always outward.
But this person.
But she does this, and she does that, and he did this, and he did that. But what about that? And then it did. I mean, I'm just going through reading people's problems.
I know, it's dope.
It's dope. It's dope. Let's read everybody's problems.
Let's read everyone's problems.
All these anonymous. Look, it says anonymous. You can post anonymous. It'd be funny, like, we read something like, I know who that is. And this is not necessarily in Virginia. This could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Jesus ate with sinners. He didn't support their lifestyles. Okay. Well, that makes sense. How about this? How many men take pictures of their wife? I take pictures of you all the time.
Not anymore.
What are you talking about?
To post?
I can't post these.
You just take pictures for yourself. But I mean, like, if we're going out and I look nice, like, you don't, like, take pictures of me.
I'm going to show you something right now.
It's me with my booty on the bed, half naked.
Well, there's this one. And then there's that one.
Exactly. Oh my God, please turn it off. Jesus Christ.
You put this in the Patreon?
No.
Anyway.
That's what anyway.
You did it. What else? So we talked about some people's problems, some random people's problems. I really like our argument video. I think we hit our 4 things not to do.
Oh yeah.
I think it's very clear, concise. We lay down some groundwork.
Yeah.
If people can take those 4 nuggets and apply them when you're in a disagreement, I think with those 4 core things not being practiced or being avoided, and I think, do we do those? Okay, we don't name call for real.
I mean, I don't even curse, so.
We don't physical. I mean, yeah, no. We're not physical. What was the third one? We
do go off on tangents on
yes.
Topics.
So we are heavily guilty of number 3. Like, and it's just, and then
yeah. Well, but
and triggers. So we do 3. We don't do 3 out of the 4. The triggers, we don't do the triggers.
No.
But number 3 that's probably the hardest one, because like when you're bringing something up and you had a gripe, and then now they want to be like,
you want to pull receipts.
Oh, you want to talk about this, and I got this. What about this?
Yeah, you want to pull receipts.
And that shit, that's the type of shit that makes shit go on forever.
Yeah.
So we are guilty of that. Maybe more so you than me. I still love you, but yeah. So we just gotta work on that.
That sounds like something you would say. So
we just gotta work on that third one. Maybe we could add to it.
I mean, you guys already know. I'm just saying, like, I don't have to say anything, because y'all know his response what goes down. Like, y'all can feel it. Him saying me more so than you, and then a little smirk. Like, y'all already know. I don't gotta try to fight him about it.
It's not a fight. I'm not trying to get you to fight. I'm just saying. Y'all know. I'm saying number 3, and that's probably most couples anyway. Really do that one. If you do the other 3, name calling, hitting, and doing triggers, those are like super abusive things. But the third one is not necessarily abusive. It's just natural to do when you feel, I guess, attacked. that you gotta, like you said, pull receipts or say something about them or bring up something that's irrelevant to the topic at hand. But I don't think that's abusive. That's just
no, it's not abusive.
Yeah, we don't abuse each other.
It's just not conducive to having a healthy.
Which is exactly what I said in the video. I feel like that video should go viral. That should be like a number 1 on YouTube. So go ahead, find that video. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe. And maybe we can add to the list. Okay, let's add some more stuff to this. What is something else we could do?
Now that we're like 5-6 years removed from that?
Yeah, 5 years ago. What not to do.
Oh my gosh, this is something that we're working on. Well, I think this also has to do with what someone else's preference is. Like, it's not necessarily like a universal thing, but for me, something that I would like to work on, something that is that I don't like being ignored. I mean, and then but that's triggering for me. So physical things are triggering for me, or like personality or characteristical things are triggering to me. Like, instead of it just being words, it could be in your actions. So I am triggered when, let's say we're having an argument and I'm saying something and I'm feeling something and I'm really emotional about it, and you stop talking.
Or I shut down. Is it shut down response? Is it trauma response?
Or you walk away. Like, that triggers me. And so that's something that,
But what's the name? What are we going to... I guess it's under the trigger.
I guess maybe means emotionally shutting down in the middle of the argument. And I know that you can't help that, and that's just your response.
I know, but I feel like sometimes... I don't know. I feel like sometimes... So, for instance, if it's going and going and going, and we're talking in circles and nobody's listening, I feel like a lot of times it's probably the best to just stop and chill, stop talking, and exit the scenario, to get away for a little bit.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that, but I think we should build up maturity to say that. And I know that, sometimes you're blinded when you're emotional and you can't say anything else. You can just walk away. But if we know that and we can be conscious about it, we could just be like, all right, we're going in circles. Let's just take a break from this and we'll get back to it. Like, to break and actually communicate and say that versus just do it and then for me to be like, okay, this is what happened. To like still communicate.
But it could be... It may not be mutual, because if you may not want to stop, you want to keep going.
But if you said, like, to me, like, I'm an understanding person, like, by nature. So if you said it to me in a tone that was, like, mature and emotionally mature. That's what I mean by mature. Emotionally mature.
So if I stopped and said,
all right, baby. You got to throw the baby in there. You gotta be like, I love... There's got to be some feeling of, like, I love you, understand you, I hear you. But I think we need to take a break. Okay. Is that okay? Can we take a break and get back to this when our mind's a little more clear?
Okay. What is the current thing I do? Like, how do I handle it?
You don't. You like
just walk away.
You like, I'll say something, and the thing is that if I'm arguing something, I'm waiting for you to understand my side of it, or just be like, or give me some type of acknowledgement. But you do the complete opposite, and you like completely ghost me, and you just walk away, and like, to me, like I said, so that is a trigger for me.
But I'm not doing it to trigger you. I'm doing it in trauma. I'm not in my head. I'm not like, how can I piss her off right now?
And then walk away.
Walk away.
Okay.
I'm walking away because I need a break. Yeah. So it's not a conscious.
But just know.
Look at that scar on your lip. Ooh, you deserve that shit.
But just know that when you do that, it's going to make it worse.
Unless I do the statement.
Unless you do the statement.
Okay, see.
But sometimes we'll get to a point where we'll do that, and I'm learning to accept that's how you operate. It hurts me, but I understand that that's what you need to do. And then sometimes you'll like text me like I love you or something like that.
And we come back.
Of course, we come back a lot sooner than we did in the past.
For 3 days. We didn't talk for 3 days one time.
This was like
72 hours.
This was before we were like official to me in my brain. We weren't like official. We were. It was. I don't even know how we're together today because of all the stuff that happened. Then I'm like
3 whole days. We don't even remember. I don't remember. I don't know if you do.
I do remember.
Okay, what was a 3 day? What was a 3 day thing?
Oh, why we wouldn't talk with each other for 3 days? It was always. It was.
No. What was it that?
What I'm saying.
Not. It was always.
It's always the same thing.
I need specific.
It's always the same thing. It's because you were being extremely mean to me. You're being mean to me, like you like not knowing how to speak with me, not being kind, and not being.
Okay, we was in our learning stages.
What I'm saying is that was always the issue, and so like I would just get tired of being treated a certain way, and then I would stop talking to you. But then you stopped talking to me too, and then I'm just like, bro, like you're the problem. Like you're supposed to be trying to fix it, and then because I'm just like tired, like we just stop talking.
In my defense, I didn't think that was a personality thing. I didn't think it was over the top. And we've talked about this, so we don't have to go back in time and hash it out. But I was just trying to talk about the time.
Instead of bouncing back. We didn't talk
for 3 days. We lived together. We didn't talk for 3 days. And
we didn't even look at each other.
We went to work. We ate.
I mean, I'm hurt the whole time.
I was hurt too. I wanted to
because it was something that you did. The even more messed up thing about that back then, like I'm okay now.
I know.
But what I'm saying, even more, this is for people who maybe have been going through this
in the middle of your 3 days.
Just know that, it's happened.
There's light at the end of the tunnel. Yes.
But it took me to come to you and be like, I can't live like this.
So you broke the silence.
I can't not talk to you.
You did break the silence. I'll give you that.
And that even like made it even worse. I'm like, you were the problem, and I gotta come to you to fix it. Like I'm upset now thinking about that.
We were.
Jesus Christ.
We were still learning each other. Is the early stages of any relationship. There's gonna be bumps on the road.
Jesus Christ.
Egos and stubbornness.
The ego got to go.
But I don't know if anyone out there has a similar story. Like our max was 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Some other people might have like several hours or a day or two. We got a legit 3 days. That's the most for me ever. I've never not talked to somebody I was with for like 3 days. So I mean, that's you know what I'm saying?
That is not an accomplishment.
But look where we are now. Look how we came back from that. You gotta.
No, I just built up tolerance.
No, but that was in the very, very beginning. And what triggered that memory was you saying we come back a lot faster, and that's what triggered it.
Yeah.
It used to be 3 days and 2 days and 1 day, 12 hours. Now it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
I'm leaving.
You didn't go nowhere. So you didn't go nowhere. How many times we broke up?
So many times.
People don't probably notice. People are like, what? Y'all broke up? What? Yeah, we broke up a lot.
So many times.
In the beginning. I don't know about so many.
So many times.
Enough to count, but not so many. So many's like 15 or 20.
And it was always the same problem. It was always the same freaking thing.
I think it's different things.
No.
I had issues too with you. It's not just me the whole time. So, but anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have to go deep down the rabbit hole.
It's relationships and it's arguments and it's how you come through it and how you learn about each other and if the love is there, like you make it work, because it's like sometimes there's like red flags, but then you love someone and it's like I want to make it work.
Yeah.
And so you do what you have to do to make it work, and then and if you care, like you'll slowly progress into figuring out ways to make arguments easier or
and learn
respect each other. Yeah, and boundaries, and this would make this person upset, so let me change something because I want to be with them. Like if you don't want to be with someone and they're getting on your nerves and you don't want to change or you don't want to compromise, then that's like. Y'all, you should just leave. You can't just stick around and not try to fix hiccups in your relationship.
True. Was the mic blocking your face the whole time, babe? You know, people want to see your face, babe. People want to see your face.
They can see my face.
If they just see me, they're gonna unsubscribe. We already know this.
I'm here.
It's like I'm just like nobody unsubscribe. Shout out Kick 90 subscribers. Let's get to 100. Let's get 10 more subscribers on there. We are going to figure out a day to go live and talk to y'all from here or wherever. Yeah. How long has it been recording? I think it's about time.
I can't see.
I think it's about time.
It's about that time.
It's about that time. We appreciate you guys. Please follow us on all the socials. They have been plastered all on the screen down here, over here, and then up here. Patreon, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, kick.com, kick.com. I think that's it. That's our stuff. Follow us. YouTube, please. We are monetized on YouTube now. We just got monetization.
Whoop,
so
whoop.
Appreciate you guys for that. And check out Figuring Shit Out podcast. Boom, just look that up. Google it. You'll find it. And we out. The dating show. We're still looking for contestants.
Yeah, we're working on stuff. We gotta do some groundwork.
Yeah, this is the beginning stage. There's only 5 episodes.
We need to type some stuff up. We need to be prepared.
Yeah, no.
We get there.
We got some work to do. But please, if you like this, I'm gonna say something real quick. And I ain't gonna put nobody's names out.
Oh.
We get love for the show and the clips.
Yeah. Oh.
But people are texting and DMing and instant messaging, and we love that. That's great. But please comment on a post, like a post, share a post, because I think that shows more love than just talking to us directly, because we need the engagement. You know what I'm saying? So people will be like, "Oh, I saw that clip."
Comment underneath.
And then talk to me directly about how they feel about it. And I'm like, bro, you could have put that in the comment. Mm-hmm. And then other people could comment or, engage on the clips. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people
see it. It's from a little community.
Yeah, people see this stuff. I know y'all see it. But you talking to me directly like...
I know you see it.
I had a whole conversation with a dude. He was like, man, I fuck with y'all shit. I'm like, why ain't you saying that shit? Share that shit.
Like, I really love your podcast. I'm like, oh,
thank you.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you for the direct message.
Right, but we need the public messages too. And I don't know if it's like people don't want to put themselves out there.
Yeah, I mean because we're just starting, so they're gonna be like the only one up there, or like the second or third one up there, and I guess you stand out more.
No, or I'm thinking maybe it's the topic of the stuff we're talking about, and they don't want to put how they feel about the topic out there.
Oh, maybe.
Or
I'm thinking if there was like 150 comments, their comment is not gonna be like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stand out.
I don't really know what it is, but yes, please like, share, and subscribe, and all the things. Oh, and then Spotify, iTunes, and Amazon Music, all the podcast platforms, we're up there too. So go up there and subscribe. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time. You gotta do your bye thing.
Which one? This.
Do we say bye?
Oh, go ahead.
I can't. You gotta do it.
Bye.
There we go.